Robert, how you keep Mikey?
You guys looked at the Lamont Peterson fight, which was a dominant performance to our eyes. But as a trainer, what did you see in the Lamont Peterson fight?
Mikey seen that fight, and that's the fight when he chose that's the fight he wanted to do. I've been watching that fight, but I'm also watching the Kell Brook fight when he became champion, which was a great win for him, and I see a lot there too.
What was Errol Spence's best performance that you've seen, and what was his worst performance?
Well, I think when he became champion, when he became champion, obviously fighting in his opponent's hometown. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know about the judges, but in my eyes, I think he was behind, came back, came strong, finished strong, and won by knockout. So that was a great performance there.
Robert, does Mikey have to exceed even your own expectations for him to win this fight?
Look, right now at this moment, I know what Mikey can do, and definitely has to fight a very smart fight. Definitely has to fight a perfect fight, but Mikey's got everything that it takes to win this fight.
Robert, how do you keep him from easing off the gas like he did in the Broner fight, where he was dominating and kind of eased off the last 3 rounds?
If I'm not mistaken, I think Mikey threw over 100 punches in the last round against Broner, so Mikey never gassed out.
Hey, Robert, aside from the size advantage, he has a southpaw advantage. Is that something that keeps you up at night?
Until now, I'm still sleeping good every night, my man. He's a lefty, and that's always been a problem for a lot of fighters. But Mikey's fought lefties before. Mikey sparred great fighters that are, not only they're not sparring partners, they're experienced, they're talented, they're undefeated. Middleweights coming and sparring with Mikey, and Mikey was able to hang
Is he the toughest welterweight you think to prepare for out of all the welterweights?
Well, look, right now to prepare for, I think fighting Pacquiao or Mayweather is probably more difficult because it's hard to find styles that match those guys. Spence is, pretty basic. He's not, he does everything right. Mikey says he sees himself in the mirror when he sees Spence, because they're basic. They fight smart. They throw their jabs. They throw their hard punches, but nothing flashy, nothing that we've never seen before. They just do it right. So it wasn't that hard. It wasn't that hard to prepare.
You think it would be harder to prepare for Terence Crawford then?
Well, Terence Crawford moves around. He switches from righty to lefty. So Terence Crawford definitely is not an easy guy to prepare for, because you have to have right-handers, you have to have lefties, taller guys, boxers, so it might be a little bit more difficult, but right now we're not getting ready for Terence
So what
Crawford.
was the difference, Robert, what was the difference with this training camp as opposed to all the other ones? Because it seems like everything was the same.
Well, look,
was it just the weight?
It was just that, obviously because of the weight, we had to do something different. That was when we sent him to Conte in Northern California for 5 weeks before training camp started, just to work in his condition, obviously gain some muscle, because it was necessary to fight at welterweight. Couldn't just train the way Mikey always does, just boxing, nothing else. He doesn't do any strength. He doesn't do any special workouts for the fights. This time we needed to do it, and he's been doing it. Obviously, sparring with the bigger guys, well, that was a big difference.
Robert, how do you keep up Mikey under control? I know he's been on the big stage before, but with this being the biggest stage, 40, 50,000 people, how you keep him from fitting into that machismo energy, that extra energy that's going to be in this building?
Mikey's very smart. Mikey's very smart, and he's always fought very smart, round by round. I don't think he's ever done something that we don't tell him to do, or done something against us. He's always following instructions. He always listens and does whatever he's told.
Hey Robert, we know, and Mikey has said before in the first half of his career he wasn't so passionate about the sport of boxing. But so in the interview he said now he has that burn since he had the layoff. Have you seen a big difference in his training and his approach?
Having control of his own career, that's what made Mikey want more in boxing. Before he wasn't too excited. Winning titles wasn't something that excited him. And by now, if he would have never taken those 2.5 years off, I think by now he'd probably be retired. Now he's got goals. He's got fighters that he wants to challenge himself against, just like he is against Spence. This is not the last challenge he's gonna want. He's gonna want more challenges, because now he's in control. He controls his career, and he controls what he wants to do.